Hello, good morning. Okay, so we are doing a little 4th of July towel. It's gonna be really cute. It's got a little vintage truck that's gonna go on it. And it's gonna have some fireworks and it's gonna say Happy 4th of July on it. It's gonna be really cute. So here's our little truck. We're gonna do it in 2 pieces. You guys feel free to type in the word towel and I will send you the details on everything that I'm using. Okay, so good morning. Let me pull this up. I can see you guys now. Okay, so the 3 colors I'm using today are going to be Candy Apple and Cadet. Now, I personally am using gray. I did put silver in the links because I think the silver would look great, especially with, like the fireworks and stuff. White is currently out of stock. I don't know if white ink will come back next week. If it does come back next week, grab it. That way you can make it with the red, white, and blue if you want. But this is ink, and ink does need to be heat set. Good morning. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna put down this bottom. I'm gonna put down the bottom first. So we're gonna do 1 layer at a time. Okay, so the first layer I'm gonna do is down here, and we're gonna make this, I think we're gonna make it gray on the bottom and then red on top. So it's gonna be a red truck. Actually, I might end up mixing red and gray, and I'll see what color it makes because I kind of wanted a deeper red. You could use bark. If you have that brown, use it. Or if you have black, I don't know how much deeper that red would be. It might be a little too deep. All right, so I'm gonna have to hold this in place just a little bit. My truck has been used a lot. This was probably one of my most favorite transfers in the very beginning. Like, I use this so much, you guys. So much. I still have my morning voice, you guys. I haven't even had coffee yet. Oh, I haven't had coffee yet. I'm getting there. I'm actually gonna meet up with some friends and we're gonna go get some coffee and we're gonna go get some pedicures. Get to hang out with them. Super excited. All right. So I just did the bottom layer. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up. Now, on these trucks, you guys, they actually have these things called registration marks right there, that little circle. Don't put ink on it because if you put ink on it, it's going to actually get directly on your whatever you're using. And ink doesn't come out, okay? Hi, thank you. My daughter is still sleeping. She is still sleeping, you guys. All right, so let me put this on my little mat and I'm just gonna clean it like as we go because I don't want the ink to sit on there too long. So what I'm doing is I have my little thing of water and I know you guys can't see it, but I take my board eraser and I just clean off the front part and then I'll turn it over onto the sticky part and I'll also clean it. Okay, so that's done. Now, the next part is we are going to have to set it on top. So what I recommend is you're gonna kind of have to dry in between layers. That's okay. Oh, Steady, I'm sorry. Amongst way too many others this month. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Good morning. Sorry, y'all. I sound like I just woke up too. I do. I can hear it. All right, so what I recommend is that you heat set in between layers when you're using this transfer. And so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys how to heat set. Wait. In between layers. So I have my little heating pad. I'm just going to pick that up real quick. Let's see. I'm going to put down a napkin just because I didn't want to get the underside of the of this mat dirty. Put the mat there. And I'm going to get my parchment paper to set on top of it. That looks a little dirty. I could actually use this underneath, but it's fine. I'll just get a new little sheet. Ooh, it's still dark outside there. Wow. It is 10 o'clock here. Coffee is calling me. It is. Okay, so we're gonna heat set this. 30 seconds, 350. I probably don't even need to do it that long. I really just want to be sure it kind of dries so we can put the top layer on. If anyone bought more, oh. Let's see. Okay, now that that's done, we're gonna pick that up, set that aside, put this back down. Let me let it kind of cool off a second. So I have an ink mat underneath it, and the ink mat really just prevents the ink from bleeding through onto the table, as well as helping it stick. Now mine, you can see, is not extremely sticky anymore. I do need to clean it. I was looking for my Awesome this morning. I couldn't find it. So I think I probably took it back downstairs. Didn't feel like walking all the way back downstairs to get it. Okay, next one. Here is the top part. Now, the reason I say heat set this bottom one when you're using ink is because with this little guy, it sometimes is hard to line it up. So the moment you put it down on wet ink, it's gonna pick up the wet ink on the back of the transfer. And then if you try to reposition it, you're gonna get unwanted ink somewhere else. So I always heat set this bottom one when I'm using ink. And I line up the wheels. So I go and look into the wheels. And I try to line it up like that. I feel like when you go to heat set though, it always shrinks the fabric a little bit. So a lot of times it can be a little off. Let's see if this other one's stickier. I thought I brought home an ink mat that was a little more sticky. Let me see. I did. See, I knew I brought home another ink mat. I'm gonna try this ink mat and see how that does it, because I feel like I need to stretch it out just a little bit. Now, like I said, I seem to think that heat will shrink, right? Heat will shrink certain things. So, I guess all I'm saying is just when you go to heat set it, it might shrink. So if you can avoid it, maybe don't put so much heat on it, or don't put it on there for so long. It could also be the fabric. So I'm going to try and stretch it just a little bit. Now this ink mat is extremely sticky. Like, it's not going anywhere. Okay, not going anywhere. And this is brand new. This is what it will look like when you clean your ink mat. So if you need to clean your ink mat, I do have a video inside of the VIP group, okay? So if you type in the word towel, the VIP link will be in there, and it is a free group to join. The stars, the flag with the stars is no longer going to come back in stock. It's sold out. I knew it would sell out. I'm surprised it didn't sell out the first day. That's why I told you guys, go and get it. Don't wait. As far as the sunflower, I would assume that should be back. I haven't heard anything different yet. All right, so we're gonna try. I'm gonna put a little bit of red, and I'm gonna mix a little bit of gray to see if that comes out how we need it. Because I just wanna darken up the red. So I stretched it out, and it's so much better. It fits, okay? So I stretched it, and it fits. Good morning. Could you set the towel aside for an hour? Yeah, you can. You can. It'll dry up a little bit, and you could just set it aside and come back and do it later. All right. Let me see. I'm just going to test this out first to make sure it doesn't come out like a weird, nasty color. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm mixing a little bit of red with gray. I mean, it's coming out like a burnt brick red, maybe. I think it might be good. Let's just make a little bit more of it though. That way we can be sure we cover the whole truck, right? I mean, I like this bright red, but I just wanted the truck itself to be toned down just a bit. Okay, so there's the red. Let me get another little, and these are called stir sticks. I have these on my website too, so if you feel that you're gonna need them, then grab them because they come in handy. They really do. Good morning. Okay, so check it out so you can see the two colors. So that bottom one is that bright red, and then the gray over here on the side, and then that's kind of what I'm getting when I mix them. Kind of like a brick red. I don't know. I don't know what color red, but it's different. It's different than that really bright red. I like I said, I really do like the bright red, but I just wanted the truck to be just a tad bit darker. And why not mix it with some gray? I think the black would have done fine. I think bark would have been amazing. Bark with brown, bark is brown, okay? Bark with the red is a really good color. It's like almost burgundy. So, anyways, this one's not bad. Oh, it says do not bend. I know. I know. I'm so sorry about that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here. And let's get our squeegee. Now I'm gonna start on one end, and I'm gonna be careful not to get the registration marks. And you wanna completely get one end before you move, because like I said, the transfer sometimes will move. And you just wanna pull them straight if you see them move. Oh, I hear Riley. She must have just woke up. I hear her calling me. Poor baby. All right, so I'm gonna pull this. I might have pressed too hard there. The whole thing kind of moved just a little bit on me. Almost done. Let me scrape this last little bit that I've got. Get it on the front of this truck. And we should be good to pull this up. Ta-da! All right, let me clean it real quick. So again, I'm just over here cleaning it with some water and a board eraser. But you can clean it with like a Clorox wipe. I just clean the front side off, and then I go and I clean the back side off. I just don't have enough room to show you guys up there. And it's already clean. Like it literally just, that's the amount of time it took. Yeah, it gives it a bit of a rustic look. I think so too. Aha, it's a brick house red. I love it. Okay. Does it look like something got in it? What is this? I don't know what that was. It's like leftover dried paste or something. All right, so check it out. You guys see the color of it? Came out pretty good. I like it. So we're gonna hit this with our little heat real quick. Now, the cool part is we get to add on all these little things. Like, so there's fireworks. There are fireworks that come out the back of the truck. There's little boxes. So I'm going to do all of them just so you can kind of see what it looks like. Okay. Now, some of these colors I may not have in stock, so if you don't have these colors, I'm sorry. I apologize, but you can do it in paste on like a chalkboard or something, okay? Okay, let's see. This one is, they're actually boxes, okay, and they go on the back of the truck. So, oops, hold on. I don't want to heat it too much, you guys, because the ink mat underneath it, I don't want it to bubble up. So luckily our heating tool doesn't get extremely hot, so that's good. All right, so I'm going to fuzz this one just a little bit. Now, I have to be very, very careful when laying this down, because the moment I lay it down, I cannot pick it back up since I did not heat set this second layer. So how I do this is I'm going to line up the bottom of these boxes with the top of the bed of the truck. Okay, so I kind of look for the red. Once I see the red kind of go away, I'm just gonna press down, and that's it. Okay, then I can come in with, I am using bark. Okay, I am going to go ahead and use bark. It is our brown ink, but I do believe it is out of stock. But it's okay, because I have faith it's going to come back sometime soon. You can make brown. Brown's an easy color to make. You just mix a little bit of everything, right? All right, so I'm going to pick that up. Quickly cleaning front and back. Okay. Set that aside. Next, the thing keeps sticking to my arm. The next thing is, the word of the day is towel. Okay, so I am doing it on a towel, and I am using ink, but you don't have to use, you don't have to do a towel. You can do the same thing on chalkboard or like a canvas or something, okay? So this one's kind of fun too. These sit right on the boxes. Sometimes a little hard to see. So once I place it down though, I'm not picking it up, okay? I'm not picking it up. So let's do, for sure the smoke, the smoke is gonna be gray. I let it roll. Oops. Smoke is gonna be gray. That rocket up top, we could go ahead and do that one red. Should we do it red or the same color as this? We'll just do it regular red. So this is actually a mini squeegee and it's cut in half. So I just highly recommend grabbing a couple of mini squeegees and doing that to it. Okay. I'm gonna try and get a couple of these red. Some smaller areas in here. Okay. And accidentally did one of those red. It's fine. It'll be okay. I guess I'll do this one red too to kind of even it out. Whoops. Okay. So that's red. Let me see, do I have another one in here? I do. So I'm going to use this one for our blue. And then we'll do the smoke gray. So they come, some of them come with lids. Sometimes they don't come with lids because of supply. They just don't have it. I take mine off because I don't care for them. I think they just cause a really big mess in the end. Oh yeah, go ahead. Have fun, Shonda. So it comes with like all of these things. So there's a 4th of July thing. There's a surf one. There's one with a boat and like a little canoe. Isn't that cute with the little oars? And one of them says gone fishing, right? All of these little things come on this big transfer and they all fit on the truck. So it's super cute. All right, so here's the blue we're gonna use. This is actually the transfer I recommended you guys get with the 4th of July stuff, if you didn't get it yet. So I am doing this because we did have quite a few people buy it. So I just want to be sure you guys know how to use it. And if you didn't get it yet, go ahead and grab yours. All right, so blue is now done. And I'm gonna come in with the gray for the trail of smoke. And now this piece is done. So I'm gonna pull this one up. And I'll show you what I mean. On the bottom of that, do you see those? That's brown, okay? And that's the brown from the boxes because the brown was not dry yet. So that's what I mean. Once you set down the transfer and you have wet ink, if you pick it up and you reposition it somewhere else, that ink is going to get elsewhere on your surface, okay? So that's why if I know I have to reposition it, I will heat set it so that way I don't mess it up. Like that very bottom layer, you guys saw me struggle a little bit on it just because it was kind of stretched or it shrunk a little bit. So anyways, you can heat set in between layers if you'd like to. Oops, let me put that back down there. And I think it's so cute already. We're not done, okay? We're gonna let this dry a little bit. This is the second part to the fireworks, okay? So like it put some stripes on it, gives it a little bit more detail. But we're actually going to take this transfer and we're gonna put some fireworks up here, okay? And I'm gonna kind of put this over like that. So we're gonna put Happy 4th of July, but I kind of want to put the fireworks like right here. So here we go. We're gonna put that just like that. Okay, and we're gonna do some, what is my dog doing? Let's go this one red. Okay, so I'm gonna put some red up here. And then the other one we're gonna do blue. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? I should have done it not the other way, but I should have done a little bit different. Yeah, I know, it's so cute, right? I already did that. So we're gonna put blue here in the middle. And maybe we'll just dab some blue in this one, not glue. So I was thinking of trying to do like a little bit of an ombre or a mess, like a messy technique, and then an ombre on some of them. So on this one, I'm gonna put some blue in the center, some red in the center. This one, I'm gonna put some red on the outside. Okay. I don't plan to reuse any of this ink that's on here now, okay? So just gonna throw that out there. So I'm gonna do the red and blue here. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that same squeegee, I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna do this side. And we're gonna kind of ombre them together. Okay, and then on this one, I'm just gonna go a little bit everywhere. Okay, that one was just kind of a mix. So notice I have a lot of ink, but it's completely mixed, okay? It's completely mixed, so I don't want to put that anywhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna close that up. I'm actually gonna take my finger and I'm going to try and mix this real quick to create that ombre. In between the blue and the red. Same thing over here. Now, you do have to be careful when you're ombreing with ink, okay? Because you don't want to push too hard and then it just bleed all underneath, okay? So don't push hard. Okay, that came out good. Let me wipe this down. Again, just cleaning the front and the back of it, y'all. Okay, so that's all clean. Now we're gonna get ready to heat set it in a little bit. I think it's so cute. So I'm gonna start dropping some of these things in my Dawn dish soap, because I am done with using all of these things. Now the only thing we need to add is the Happy 4th of July at the top. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm gonna need to have a different color. I am gonna go ahead and use black, you guys. So some of these ink colors are not available right now, but I just want to show you guys what you can make once they do become available. Because I know a lot of you guys already have a ton of stuff from me, okay? So this is, you know, a tutorial page to get, you know, ideas and things like that. So a lot of you guys already have a lot of the material. I'm actually thinking about using blue. I could use black, I think it would look best, but I'm wondering, will the blue actually show up over these? Okay, so this says Happy 4th of July. If I set it down, I'm not picking it up, okay? So I have to be very careful. I think blue might work. I think the blue might work. We'll try it. If the blue doesn't look good, then use black, okay? I'll try it for you. So here we go with our cadet. Okay. Getting there, almost done. Let me turn my heat press back on. Okay, I'm getting to the July part. Forgot a little bit of the Y. Okay, well, I think it looks good. Now we'll pull it up and see how well you can see it through the fireworks. Okay, drop that in there. I think it's fine. It's fine. You can use black if you want, but it's totally fine. Oh, the fireworks in the box. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So this is kind of what I'm doing. This is what I've been doing. I've been taking my board eraser, you guys, and it has water on it. And what I do is I wipe off that top part. Okay, then I flip it over and I wipe off the bottom as well. Okay, So I just have one of these mats underneath my table that I was using because I knew I was going to run out of room. And it's just a foam bath mat, okay? Just a regular foam bath mat. All right, we're gonna do these little stripes real quick, and then we'll heat set it, y'all. Okay, so got that down. Let's do gray. We'll just do gray all the way across so they kind of match each other. You can do different colors. We're just gonna make it easy. Thank you. All right, let me clean this off. Now, all of our transfers are clean. They just have to be put back on the backer sheet, and that's it. So, done cleaning. I'm gonna hit this with the drying tool real quick, and then we're gonna heat set it, you guys, and we will be done. Isn't it cute? Now, I think you totally could have left the truck being the bright red front that we were using. It was just a personal preference that I wanted a little bit darker red truck than bright red, okay? So, now, I'm gonna pull it up off of you can just let it dry. So, typically, if you were done, let this dry, come back and heat set it later. Actually, you know what? That's what we're gonna do. Let me just leave that there. Let me let it dry. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my heat press. I'm gonna let it dry. You guys know I'm gonna be back on later on tonight. So I'll let it dry. We'll heat set it later. Okay, but let me show you what it looks like. Isn't that cute? Ta-da! Look how cute that is. And again, this is just on a regular little tea towel I got from like maybe Ross or something. It came in a pack of 3. Thank you. Okay, hit the heart button, type in the word towel, and I'll send you the link. You need to go and grab the transfer, especially while it's buy 2 transfers, get 1 free. You can get the big one, which has all of the add-ons on it. Then you can get the truck. They are 2 different sizes, so it's up to you how you want to purchase those. If you don't mind spending the money and you want to get 3 size E transfers, which is the biggest size, maybe make a purchase with just those. You'll save a lot more money. But then that means you need to go back in and get some C size transfers, which is the size of the vintage truck, okay? If you don't care about that and you just want these 2 items, I already put them in a cart for you, but please do choose a 3rd transfer because it will be free, okay? Oh, I do have this too. Hold on. It does come with these. Hold on, we're not done. It does come with these. We're gonna take that 1776 real quick. I forgot. And I already put my thing in here that had that red that we used. It's gone. I forgot. We could do it in blue. That'll be fine, right? Okay, where's my blue? Here it is. So it comes with a bunch of different add-ons for multiple occasions. So like one of them's fishing, one of them's surfing, and they all get added onto this truck, okay? So it is pretty cool. Do the transfers have to be the same size for the buy two? No, they don't have to be the same size. You're just gonna save the most money if you do it that way. So you could do, it's gonna take off the price of the least expensive transfer. So if you buy a transfer that's $25 and you get another one that's $15, and then you get a third one that's also $15, then one of the $15 is going to be taken off, right? So it's going to be the lowest priced, lowest ticketed item, transfer. Ta-da! Okay, so we added the 1776 on there. Isn't that cute? You're welcome. Ah, look how cute. Let me show you up close so you guys can see. Cuteness, right? I know. I know. Ah. Okay, hit the heart button, type in the word towel. If you need to learn how to clean your ink mat, go into the VIP group, join the VIP group that's in the message. And you guys, that will conclude this morning's session, craft session. I'm going to be putting all of these back on these backer sheets real quick, and then I am heading to go get my coffee, okay? All right, y'all. I will see y'all later on this evening. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday, okay? Do me a favor, smile. Just smile, because why not? Just smile, okay? All right, y'all. Bye.